we're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 新年快乐. Happy New Year of the Ox, according to the lunar calendar on Friday, or Chinese New Year. So Happy New Year, Year of the Ox. This week's this week's classes are all inspired by Chinese New Year. So on Wednesday, for example, at our short yin yoga class, I'm going to read you the story of the Chinese zodiac, how it came into being as you're in your yin poses. And on Thursday, we're going to be focusing on the qualities of the ox and inspiring those within ourselves: patience, calm, perseverance, etc. Today, as I'm sure you know, at many Chinese New Year celebrations, you will see the dragon dance. So today we're going to do a yin-yang yoga session. Hi Linda. Hi Helen, I can see you there as well. Today our yin-yang yoga session is called yin-yang yoga and flying dragons. So this is based on the Flying Dragon series by Paul and Suzee Grilley. We're going to start with something quite energetic, the yang, and then we'll move into our yin poses, dragon, also dragon, yin dragons. Hello Seven, Shmerova. Our yin dragons, which can be quite challenging, as yin can be, but in a different way. So let's begin. And I'm going to start at this side of the mat today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the flow. I'm going to give you two different options. So we'll do the right side on the left side in the first option. Then I will give you a second option so you can decide whether to do the second option or whether to continue with the first one, depending on how it feels for you. So standing at the end of the mat, as you breathe in, lift the arms up. As you breathe out, feet can be together or separate, it's fine. I want you just to kneel, and as if you are sitting in a chair. So you're kneeling fairly low, the arms are up, the chest is up, it's open. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do this first one fairly slow. So as you breathe out, take that right leg back onto the floor. Keeping the arms up for now, pushing into the heel to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. You can bring the arms up. So this is the low version of the flying dragon. I'll show you the higher one after if you want to do that. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Then as you breathe in, stretch up. As you breathe out, come down and bring your wings down, open up the chest. Breathe in, straighten that back leg, stretch up. Breathe out, you can bring that back knee down a bit, coming down, opening the chest. One more time, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, this time bring the hands on the inside of the left foot. And then I want you just to come down to wherever is comfortable for you. So you're bending into that front knee. You're coming further down to feel the strength in the leg. On the next in-breath, lift the left arm up, straightening that back leg, twisting to the side. So strong back leg, left arm up, twisting. Then bring the hand back down. The back knee comes down. The front foot now goes up. So you're pushing the front foot up. And then you're bringing that foot back between the hands. Now what we're doing is we're flying over the sea. So arms are going up in a big circle, twisting the feet round. Hello, Khan. And then right elbow goes on right knee, front knee is bent, back arm comes over the head, stretching the arm so that you can feel the stretch on the left side. Breathe in, breathe out, and then bring both hands down on the floor. Bring that back knee down. Front foot goes back again, and you are taking that leg up. This time, bend the knee, bring it towards the nose. Place the knee on the floor, and the foot comes out to the left side. Now you're kind of swiveling on that back knee so that you can open up. And we're twisting again, but we're opening up the chest here. Just one breath. And on the next, come back down again. Swivel back that back knee. Take that right leg up again. And then between the hands. And then we're going to go over the C again. So tuck the back foot. And then same thing. Big circles, moving the feet are going with the arms. This time, the left elbow on the left knee. The left toes are pointing forward. And we're looking for a stretch on the right side. So stretching that right arm up. Breathe in. Back leg is strong. Breathe out. Twisting all towards the front. Everything towards the front. Hands on the floor. Bring that back foot to join the front foot. Moving up into the chair position again. And then coming back. So let's do it to the other side. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, down, sitting down into a chair. Breathe in. Breathe out, left leg goes back on the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring those arms back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands go up as you stretch up. Breathe out, and then you're doing the wings. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, elbows come down, open up the chest. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, hands down on the inside of the right leg. And then you can bend into that front leg. Be careful of the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, right arm goes up this time. Breathe out. Breathe in, twist around a bit further. Breathe out, hand goes down, back knee goes down. Breathe in, front leg goes up. Breathe out, bring it between the hands. Breathe in, tuck the back toe. And going over the C. Big circles. Feet are also moving. And then we've got this side angle stretch here. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands coming down. Back knee coming down. Breathe in, front foot goes up. Breathe out, knee to nose. Breathe in, knee on the floor, foot goes out. And then we're moving into that opening again, into a back bend. However the legs feel comfortable here. As long as we've got an opening in the chest and a back bend. Next, out breath, hands on the floor. And then, sorry, I've forgotten where we are. And then we're coming round again. Foot comes forward. And then we're going over the C once more. And then hands coming down in front of the foot. Bring the feet together. Move into chair pose. And then back to the center. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to do it again. You can still continue to do that version, or you can do the higher version. You choose which one you prefer. Hello, Dominic. Okay. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, coming down to chair. Stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now taking the right leg back, you can either put it on the floor as we did before, or you can move the leg up. Remember, you can move the hands back as well, so it's like a flying dragon. Ooh. And that front leg can be straight or bent. Then place the foot down if it's not down already. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come down. Bring your wings down. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, wings going back. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, hands on either side of the foot. And then coming down again, so you can feel the strength in the leg. Breathe in, bring the arm up, left arm up. And then we're bringing a twist. Back leg is strong, stretching out and twisting to the side. Next out breath, bring the hand down. And that front leg goes up. So the back leg is down, the knee is down, or the leg is up. You choose. Either way, you're bringing that back leg in between the hands. And then again, we're going over and coming into that side angle pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming down. Now you can bring that back knee down if you want or not. Front foot, either way, goes up. Bring the knee to the nose. And then bring that foot, that leg down. And the opening to the side again. Breathe in, twisting. Breathe out, coming down. Breathe in, taking that leg up. And breathe out between the hands. And then again, we're coming over. Moving the feet as well as the hands, as well as the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, side angle stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands down. Breathe in, feet together. And then come up into chair. And then back to the center. Let's go to the other side. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, down to chair. Breathe in, stay here. Breathe out, left leg goes out this time, either on the floor or up in the air. Breathe in. Breathe out, take the arms back if you like. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring that foot down. Maybe a bit wobbly like me. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, wings come down. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, wings come down and back. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, bring the hands on the inside of the foot and then come down. Next in breath, right arm goes up. Twisting, keeping that back leg strong. Breathe in. Breathe out, hand goes down. Breathe in, front foot goes up, maybe back knee goes down, and then comes between the hands. Then we're going over the water again, over the sea, into that side angle stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands on either side of the foot. Breathe in, back knee might go down, front knee definitely goes up. And then knee to nose. Bring that leg down. And then twist again to the opposite side. Opening up the chest. And bringing the hands down. Front knee goes back up. Front leg goes between the hands. And then we're going over the sea one more time. Arms and toes go both in the same direction. Side angle stretch. Breathe out, hands on either side of the foot. Bring the feet together. And then as you come up into chair, back to center. quite energetic. How are we doing for time? Okay. Time to move on to some yin dragons. So maybe your breath is a bit faster, like mine is. We're just going to fold forward. So you can move the position of your feet to wherever is comfortable. Take hold of the elbows. Maybe you might want to rock. We're just bringing the breath down here, bringing the heartbeat down, bringing the temperature down. You can let the arms loose if you want to. We're just going to be here for a minute or so. And then just squat down gently, bend the knees, come down. And we're just going to start with a quarter dog. So move onto hands and knees, a short quarter dog. And the way we do this is you keep the hips in the air and you're going to walk the hands forward. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend one elbow, rest the forehead on that elbow, stretch the right arm out. So we're looking for a stretch on the underside of the right arm. That's our target area. We're also opening up the chest here. So just put your knees, the legs don't actually really matter, so just put them wherever is comfortable. If you'd like more of a back bend, you can separate the legs a bit more. That'll drop you down deeper. But you choose. And then, as this is yin yoga, allow yourself to relax into the pose. No need to be expending energy anymore. This is not active, this is passive. We resolve to relax the muscles and to stay relatively still. We're going to be here for just over another minute or so. So just see if you can relax the muscles. Notice your breath starting to return to normal. And then let's change to the other side. So then bend the right arm and stretch out the left. You can just stretch it out first, but then relax it. Allow it to relax. Now, if you've got a pinching sensation in the shoulder, move the arm out further. This also gives an opening in the front of the shoulder, so the left shoulder here. Okay, and then we're just going to come up, so just slowly come up. For anyone who hasn't done these sessions before, just to let you know, the yin poses, we do stay in for several minutes, but not as much as we would do with a pure yin class. Tends to be a couple of minutes rather than between 3 and 5. Close your eyes and just notice how you feel after that yin stretch, but also after the yang part. You can sit on your knees or any way, any neutral seated position is fine. And then we're going to move on to the yin dragons. So, hands and knees first of all. Then I want you to bring, again, your right foot between your hands. Now, if you wanted to use bricks, blocks, cushions, whatever here, then feel free to do that. But what I would encourage you to do is to notice, if you are doing that, how that changes the stimulation. Now, we want to feel an opening, a stretch in the back hip flexor. If it's too much, if there's too much stretch on the front of that back thigh, move the knee a bit closer towards you. If you want more, move the knee further away. If your knee is digging into the floor, you can put a blanket underneath it. And then I want you to pay attention to this front leg here. So we're going to start with the hands on either side. Notice in the front leg, which part of the leg you're feeling this in. So for me, I'm feeling it more. It can take a bit of time to work out where it is. At the top and at the bottom, at the front and at the back is where I'm feeling it more. Now that doesn't mean it's right, it's just where I'm feeling it. So just notice, is that where you're feeling it, or are you feeling it more to the sides, or are you not really feeling it that much at all? Or is it really quite an intense sensation going on in the leg here? If you do have anything to put underneath the hands, you might want to try putting your hands on blocks and seeing how that changes. Now that's obviously bringing your arms up somewhat, it may be bringing your upper body up somewhat, so it's bound to change where you're feeling the stretch, even if it's just a little bit, and how much you're feeling it. For me, now that I've done that, I'm personally feeling it more in the front leg on the top and a bit less in the back leg, a little bit less. That's me. Remember, with yin, we want to stay quite relaxed. So we're going to continue with the dragon, but we're going to move to a slightly different version. Do it paying attention to the movements that you're making, and try not to make any sudden movements. Try to be mindful, for want of a better word. So we're just going to move the hands to the inside of the right foot. Now you may well want to move the right foot a little bit to the right to make space for the hands. And again, notice, how does that right leg feel now? Do you still have the stretch in the same place, or has it moved to a different place? Is it more? Is it less? How about the back leg? Has it made any different there?
Keep the muscles relaxed. And always remember that if it ever gets too much, if it gets too intense, adjust the pose or just come out completely. Lie down, move into child's pose. And this one can get quite intense. It is an intense one for me. Again, if you have a block, perhaps you might want to try putting your hands on the block, still on the inside of the foot. How's that feeling? Has it made any difference to the legs? And how are the arms feeling? We are in fact putting weight bearing on the arms here, strengthening, compressing. Okay, so as I said, this is a short class, so we're not in the yin poses for quite as long. So I want you just to slowly push back, straightening that front leg, bringing the toes up. So as a counter pose, going back as far as you need to. This can be a bit yang here. So we've got to stretch as a counter pose on the back of the leg. You might sit down even further than me, or you might be much further up than me. It doesn't matter as long as you're feeling a stretch in the back of the leg. And as I said, you can make this a bit yang, you can make this a bit more active if you want. Maybe you can move up and down a bit to feel that stretch before we go to the other side. Okay, so then back to hands and knees. This time the left foot comes between the hands. Spend a bit of time adjusting, making sure that you are relatively comfortable, for want of a better word. Putting your knee underneath something if it's digging into the floor. Adjusting the position of that back leg so that you are at a natural stopping point, because this, particularly this pose, gravity will bring you down, which will intensify the stretch. And again, pay attention to that leg, the front leg. Where are you feeling it? This time for me, it's more at the front of the thigh, not so much at the back. It's quite different. You might be on your fingertips, you might be on your hands. You might choose to use the blocks again. Make the pose your own. Never overdo it. If anything, underdo it first, and then allow yourself to adjust it, if necessary, later on. Less is more. Because it very often intensifies the longer you're in the pose. Okay, and then let's bring that left hand on the inside of the left leg. And again, notice how that changes the stimulation in the left leg. Do play with the position of this front leg if you are not feeling much, or if it's feeling too much, or if you've got any painful sensations at all, you must move. Do not stay in anything that is hurting you. Always adjust or come out if that's the case. Okay, and then we're going to slowly come out of this. So walking the hands back very gently, pushing back onto that back leg, straightening the front leg. Doesn't need to be completely straight if you don't want to. And then just allowing that stretch on the back of the left leg here. Maybe moving a bit if you want to. Little bit of yang within the yin. And then we're going to move into our Shavasana. So you choose how you want to do that. You can lie on your back, you can lie on your front, or you can sit if you prefer. Whatever is relaxed, whatever is neutral, whatever you can stay in for another couple of minutes. Just get comfortable. Allow the body to take in the effects of the practice and just leave me to keep the time. And I'll bring you out in a couple of minutes. Just allow yourself to relax. Maybe taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So please just slowly make your way back to join me in a seated position. Taking your time, not rushing, in whatever position is comfortable. closing your eyes for a couple of moments. Sensing how you're feeling now. Then bringing the arms out to the sides, up above, palms together, grazing the face, the nose, the chin, to rest down in front of the heart. One last deep breath in, and breathing out the mouth. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you will join me on Wednesday with some storytelling and yin, and Thursday for cultivating the qualities of the ox. You can check out the events on my event page, and I hope to see you at one or both. Thank you.